Do you remember Shanky?
Huh? Why?
I think yeah.
Really? Oh my god. Wait.
I think you should check on him.
Oh yeah.
Because I think your birthday is coming up.
I can check.
Tuha,
Yes?
how's your baby? Is he alright?
I think he felt very uncomfortable.
Oh. Your room is so hot. Yeah, I can feel it too. I think he's not comfortable because of the room. Yeah.
What should I do?
I think you should try this product.
What is this?
It's about the temperature and humidity in the room.
As that your baby keep crying because of this unpredictable weather. It is really hot. It's really cold right here. Here we have the solution for you, the baby monitoring system.
This is the model of the baby monitoring system. All the cables will be installed in wall. The system will be controlled directly from IoT Switch app. When the temperature is more than 35 degrees Celsius, the buzzer noise and the red LED lit up. When the temperature is more than 35 degrees Celsius, the buzzer noise and the red LED lit up.
Oh, it's good for your baby.
I think I need to buy this.
The product we decided to produce is known as the baby monitoring system. Our product was built from mounting board, stick, temperature humidity sensor DHT11, buzzer, LED, jumping wire, Arduino compatible, micro USB cable, and many more. So basically, theory that related to our product are kinetic theory, coding theory, and also circuit theory. Temperature is an objective measurement of how hot or cool an object, so it can be related to kinetic theory that explains that the greater the amount of heat is absorbed into the material, the more rapidly the atom. As atoms begin to slow down their movement, the material becomes cooler and vice versa. So, for coding theory, it deals with the design of error-correcting codes for reliable transmission of information across noisy channels. Circuit theory is a set of techniques used to describe the flow of energy around an electrical loop. An electrical loop is formed using a number of components such as wire, resistor, capacitor, buzzer, and LED.
Now let's proceed to the identification of the issue and plan of action to overcome the issue that has been identified. The first issue in this project is that our group could not find a suitable coding for temperature and humidity due to time constraint. We are unable to learn about temperature and humidity coding during our teaching and learning session. So, our group decided to refer to some video from YouTube as a references. The next issue is we also not being able to find a combination of LED and temperature and humidity sensors coding. We only found a separate coding for each component. Thus, we tried to make a combination for every coding. However, it cannot be verified. So, we decided to contact Encik Haziq, the person in charge of this IoT project, to get some advice and help from him.
Next, we are going to touch about the proposed design that we have listed before we choose the selected design. There are two designs that we propose. The first design is the baby monitoring system that's specifically for temperature and humidity of the room, and the second design is the baby monitoring system too, but is specifically for the movement of the baby. Each of these designs conceals its own strengths and weaknesses. For the first design, which is temperature and humidity of the room, the strengths are can detect the changes of temperature and humidity, provide security of the baby safety, to ease the parents to monitor the baby, and the switch button can connect with the IoT switch application. But the weaknesses are it requires a new coding, and the sound of the buzzer might interrupt the baby. Meanwhile, for the second design, which is the movement of the baby, the strengths are can detect the changes of movement of the baby in the baby code and provide a security for the baby safety. But the weaknesses are the sensor might be too sensitive for the movement of the baby, It requires a new and complicated coding. It requires a combination of many materials and it's time consuming.
Now, we will explain to you about our coding. For the coding, we have two proposed coding. In the first proposed coding, we use DHT as input and buzzer as output. Coding only involves coding for DHT sensor and coding for buzzer. But after a few developments, we decided to choose the second proposed design, which involves DHT sensor, buzzer, and LED. We decided to choose the baby monitoring system, which is temperature and humidity of the room, as our project. Reasons why we choose this product are: first, it acts as new technology for parents to monitor the baby. Second, it is easy to install as the components used in this project are simple. And lastly, the coding for this project is simple and the temperature set can be manipulated by changing a simple code.
So now, let's move on to the detailed explanation on characteristic of design selected. First characteristic is our product consists of temperature and humidity sensor DHT11. The function of DHT11 is to detect the temperature changes of the surrounding. As we can see here, the temperature can be set by using Arduino software, which means it is easier to set the optimum range of the temperature in the room. Next, our product consists of LED, which may light up when the temperature is too hot or too cold. The red light indicates that the temperature of the room is too hot, which is more than 30 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, for the blue light, it will indicate that the temperature of the room is too cold, less than 25 degrees Celsius. Other than that, our product consists of buzzer. When the temperature is too high or too low, buzzer will make a sound to notify the parents in their house. Last characteristic of the selected product is it consists of switch button from IoT switch application. The switch button can help parents to control the sounds of buzzer and the LED.